Hello everyone, welcome to Advanced Knowledge Systems and a warm welcome to AKS IAS Academy. And about me, I'm Sandeep Bhushan and my credentials are I have 10 years of teaching experience for civil services. I take up international relations and internal security as well as the analysis of the Hindu newspaper. And we would be focusing on the DNA, that is the daily news analysis of the Hindu of today's, that is 18th of March 2021. And in this session, I would be emphasizing on the keywords and the key phrases from the Hindu newspaper, wherein we will identify the factual, analytical, and conceptual questions which will be crucial for UPSC prelims perspective, as well as while you get into the mode of imbibing the keywords and the key phrases from the Hindu newspaper in your mains answer writing, so that your answers for the mains examination would be precise and concise and you would score more marks or higher marks in the mains examinations. Therefore, this session at AKS IAS Academy DNA, that is daily news analysis, will certainly help you to crack both prelims and mains of 2021. And before we get into the DNA of the newspaper, we will be focusing at the quote of the day. And the quote of the day says that it always seems impossible until it is done. So certainly when you have a mode or when you have a goal, until unless it is accomplished, it seems impossible. But once you accomplish it, you are a successful person. So always get into the mode of doing it, accomplishing it. And now we'll get into the DNA of the newspaper. Here we would be focusing on the ration cards which were cancelled. And in regards to the cancellation of the ration cards, the Supreme Court has been very serious in regards to the cancellation of the ration cards against the center. And the Supreme Court has said that the cancellation of the 3 crore ration cards of the tribal people and the poor people, because they were not biometrically linked with Aadhaar card, is a very serious concern. This is a statement made by Supreme Court, and in turn the Supreme Court has asked the center to respond to the allegation made by a petitioner, which a petition is being filed in the Supreme Court. In turn, the Supreme Court has responded for the cancellation of 3 crore ration cards of the tribal people and the poor to give or to respond to the allegation. The center should now respond to the allegation made by the petitioner, that is by Koili Devi. And the petitioner has made it very clear that by cancellation of the 3 crore ration cards of the tribal people and the poor and vulnerable people in India have led to the starvation death across the country. So here the keyword is the cancellation has led to the starvation across the country, and this is the petition which is been filed by the petitioner, that is Koili Devi, in the Supreme Court. And in turn the Supreme Court has been very serious against the center for cancellation of the ration cards, and it is now seeking the response to the allegation made by the petitioner. And in turn the petitioner now says that, or he has put forth, the petitioner has put forth in the report which the petitioner has submitted to the Supreme Court, says that the real reason of the cancellation of the 3 crore ration cards by the Supreme Court, which it has made the statement, is because of the technical system based. That means there are technological issues which are based on the iris identification, on the thumbprints, on the non-position of Aadhaar, on non-functioning of the internet in rural and remote areas. And these are the reasons, or these are the technological issues which the petitioner has submitted in its report, that the reasons have led to the large cancellation of the ration cards. And this large cancellation of the ration cards is being done without the notice of the family members or the family concerned. And this is the report which has been submitted by the petitioner to the Supreme Court, saying that there are technological issues, but according to the Union of India, that is the Government of India, the Aadhaar and biometric authentication has led to the cancellation of 4 crore ration cards in the country. So the Government of India makes it very clear that, or they have not been accepting the report submitted by the petitioner, emphasizing on the technological issues for the large scale cancellation of the ration cards. Instead, the Union of India says that the Aadhaar and biometric authentication is not actually been taken up completely, thereby it has led to the cancellation of 4 crore ration cards. And the Union of India also gives explanation in the Supreme Court for the petition which has been filed by the petitioner, that these 4 crore ration cards have been cancelled, or this large scale cancellation of the ration cards are because they were bogus. That means the Aadhaar and biometric authentication has not taken up because the union government says that it is because of the cards were bogus cards. And this is the statement made by the petitioner and the explanation made by the Union of India. And in turn, the one advocate was representing the petitioner, Mr. Gonzalez, said that the government's continued emphasis on the Aadhaar was unfortunate because earlier itself, in the previous instance itself, the Supreme Court has laid down clear terms that no insistence on Aadhaar can be done for statutory entitlement. So this was the statement or the judgment made by the Supreme Court earlier, that there should not be any insistence on Aadhaar for statutory entitlements. In spite of that, the petitioner or the one who is representing the petitioner, that is Mr. Gonzalez, have said that it is unfortunate that the Aadhaar or the ration cards have been cancelled because they were not biometrically linked to the Aadhaar card. So this is the very clear emphasis made by the petitioner, and it says that the right to food is symbolized in the ration card, and the ration card, when it is symbolizing the right to food, the ration card cannot be curbed or cancelled because of lack of Aadhaar. This is the very crucial statement which Mr. Gonzalez has made in the argument in the Supreme Court, saying that the right to food is symbolized by a ration card in India, and thereby the ration card in India cannot be curbed or cancelled only because the lack of Aadhaar. So this you can say explain. This you can take it for mains examination, that how the ration card symbolizes the right to food, and the ration card cannot be curbed or cancelled only because it lacks the Aadhaar or linking of ration card to the Aadhaar card. And the petitioner, on behalf of the petitioner, the advocate also made it very clear that the large scale cancellation of the ration cards have deprived millions of Indians who are living below the poverty line for food, and because it has deprived millions of Indians for the food who were below the poverty line, and it has led to the starvation deaths in many states, especially during the national lockdown or the COVID-19 pandemic situation, wherein the government of India was forced to go ahead with the nation lockdown. And there is a report which is in regards to the Hunger Watch report of the Right to Food campaign in the year 2020. And this report of Right to Food campaign in 2020 has characterized the hunger situation in India as a grave situation. And this statement is now very crucial for prelims UPSC perspective, that as per the Hunger Watch report, the hunger situation in India is being characterized as a grave situation. And India, as per the Global Hunger Index 2020, India is ranked 94 out of 107 countries. And this reflects, that is, the ranking of India in the Global Hunger Index 2020, it reflects the serious hunger category in India. And this is what is crucial, that you need to pick up the points for the prelims UPSC perspective. Here I have said that right to food is been symbolized by Indian ration card, and the cancellation of the Indian ration card cannot be because of the lack of linking of Aadhaar with the ration card. Explain. And now we will look into the another news which talks about the first and reliable responder. So as per the External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar, he says that India is well known for its first and reliable responder, or it is well known as a first and reliable responder. That he has put forward, saying that in the last few years, India had developed a kind of reputation, and it has made a habit of being the first and a reliable responder in the region, especially in the Indo-Pacific region also, or across the globe itself. And the External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar has also said that India has been providing, or the country has provided, made in India vaccine for COVID-19, and it has provided to 72 countries across the globe. And that is why it is very important, that statement made by the External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar, saying that India had a reputed or else it has developed a reputation of being a first and reliable responder. And thereby, by substantiating it, he said that India has come up with Made in India COVID-19 vaccine, and in turn the Made in India vaccine has been provided to 72 countries across the globe, and the medicine has been supplied to 150 nations, and out of 150 nations, 82 of the countries, the medicines have been supplied in the form of grants. And now we will look at the initiative taken up by the government of India, and this is again crucial for prelims as well as mains perspective, that the initiative taken by the government of India during the COVID-19 pandemic situation is Vaccine Maitri initiative, and this is an human-centric global cooperation. This is a key phrase. The Vaccine Maitri initiative is the outlook of India's human-centric global cooperation, and this outlook of India's, that is human-centric global cooperation, is the driving force for the initiative taken by the government of India called as Vaccine Maitri. And this is again, as I am restating, it is crucial for prelims UPSC perspective, the initiative taken by the government of India during the COVID-19 pandemic situation, and the supply of vaccines have been taken up abroad, and this is based on the assessment of adequate availability at home. That means the initiative, that is Vaccine Maitri initiative, has taken into consideration of supplying the vaccine to various other countries, taking into the assessment of the adequate availability of vaccines in India first, the foremost, and then making sure that the human-centric global cooperation by supplying the vaccines to the various countries. And it is the India's vision which has provided a overarching framework to make India or the country's goodwill meaningful. That is India's goodwill meaningful. The framework is in terms of practical initiatives and various activities taken by the government, and this is emphasizing, or it is reflecting, the country's goodwill, and that country's goodwill, that is India's goodwill, is meaningful, especially in terms of the practical initiatives and activities taken by the government of India, such as the Vaccine Maitri initiative during the COVID-19 pandemic situation. And not only in regards to the vaccine, India has also played as a first and responsible responder across the globe by humanitarian assistance, during the humanitarian assistance, and also at the disaster responses, especially to the countries like Yemen, Nepal, Mozambique and Fiji, which India has responded at the first instance, and it has provided the humanitarian assistance and has responded to the disaster management. And India has also been as a critical negotiations in the global importance, into the global importance like the Paris Climate Agreement or Paris Climate Deal, wherein India has had a key bridging role to the Paris Agreement. And not only in regards to the climate change or the Paris Agreement or to the humanitarian assistance and the disaster management response, but India has also played a various or else an important role right from Caribbean to the Pacific Islands, that it is not just willing to engage them personally, but India has taken up a concrete development programs in various islands, moving from or else right from Caribbean to the Pacific Islands. So these are the various instances that India has been as a first and reliable responder in the entire region. And the key word here is Vaccine Maitri initiative by the government of India. And you can see here India gifting the India's Covishield vaccine to Sri Lanka. This is one of it. So you can have this Vaccine Maitri initiative taken up by the government of India, and it has spread or it has provided to 72 countries across the globe. And now we will look at the bill which has got the nod in the Lok Sabha. That is the appropriation bill has been nodded or it has been passed in the Lok Sabha. And the Lok Sabha has cleared the appropriation bill so that the central government or the union government can draw the funds from the Consolidated Fund of India. Please do understand, the Lok Sabha has cleared the appropriation bill, wherein in turn the government of India can draw the funds or take the funds from the Consolidated Fund of India. Why? To its operational requirements and for implementation of various programs. And this appropriation bill has been cleared by the Speaker of the House, that is Lok Sabha, Om Birla, and it has been cleared or passed through a process called as bulletin. And this is a keyword for prelims perspective, that what does it mean that the appropriation bill has been cleared or passed by the Speaker of the House through the process called as bulletin. Bulletin means it is a legislative mechanism which gets into the mode of approving the fast tracking of the passage of the outstanding demands for grants without discussion. Please do understand, this is the keyword, that this is an legislative mechanism which is a fast tracking mechanism which is for the passage of the various outstanding demands for grants, and that too the passage is without discussion. And the Lok Sabha has also discussed the demands for grants, especially in regards to the railway, education and for the health ministries. And in turn for the health ministry, there were 26 members who have participated in the demand for grants. There was a debate and discussion for the release of demand for grants under the health ministry. So here the keywords are the Consolidated Fund of India, appropriation bill, and the third one is bulletin. These are the three keywords which you need to focus. And while there was a debate in regards to the health ministry, the health minister Dr. Harshvardhan has responded to the various questions or queries made up by several members in the house, and he said that the allocations which are for the other departments such as water, sanitation, nutrition, Ayush and health research has been considered in the demand for grants through the bulletin process which has been passed in the Lok Sabha. And the center has also adopted an holistic approach towards health and well-being. So this is the crucial approach what the government of India has been taken up, that it is going ahead with complete or a consolidated coordinated approach that is called as a holistic approach for or towards health and well-being, taking into consideration of all the departments such as water, sanitation, nutrition, ayush and health research together. And he also made a statement that if the government has ensured safe drinking water, sanitation and nutrition to the children's, then the government can take care the majority of health issues in India. So what are the issues or what are the departments which constitutes the health issues or the majority of the health issues is that safe drinking water, sanitation and nutrition constitutes the majority of health issues. That means these are the departments which are part of the holistic approach towards health and well-being which the health minister is emphasizing on. And he has also made it very clear that during the pandemic situation, India has achieved the self-reliance in the production of PPTs, and also this is in regards to protective gears and then N95 masks, diagnostic kits, ventilators and various other articles. That means India is in regards to the self-reliance. Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan is taken into consideration very constructively, is the statement made by the Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan. And he also made it very clear that India has recorded 3 million vaccination and across the globe it is 8 millions. And we compare with the entire world vaccination to the India's 3 million, India's share is around 36% of vaccination being done. And this is the statement or the response given by the Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan in the Lok Sabha. And now we will focus at the appropriation bill which has been passed, and we will now look at what is appropriation bill and this for prelims perspective. And when we focus this, it is under Article 114 of subclause 3 of the Indian Constitution that as per this article, no amount can be withdrawn from the Consolidated Fund of India without the permission or without enacting any such law by the Parliament of India. Therefore, Article 114 of 3 very clearly specifies that there is no possibility of withdrawing any amount from Consolidated Fund of India, but wherein the Lok Sabha is empowered by the Constitution to make any grants in advance or to draw funds to meet the exigencies or the estimated expenditure for the financial year pending completions of the procedure, and that can be taken up by completing the procedure of voting on demands. Please do understand, you have the Article 114 which wherein there is possibility of withdrawing the amount is not at all possible, but there is a possibility that it can be done. That means the granting in advance is being empowered by the Constitution to the Lok Sabha through the process called as voting on demand. That is through the procedure that is voting on the demands. And once the demands for grants are voted in the Lok Sabha or by the Lok Sabha, then the Parliament has the approval to withdraw the amount from the Consolidated Fund of India, and that too through the appropriation bill. And this is a crucial information for prelims perspective, because there can be a question that which among the following statements are incorrect in regards to the appropriation bill. Rather than Article 114, if there is that the Article 113 of 4 subclause says that no amount can be withdrawn from the Consolidated Fund of India without enactment of any such law, that is appropriation bill, by Parliament. It is not 113, it is 114 of subclause 3 of the Indian Constitution article. And here there is a keyword which talks about peace. And now who is talking about the peace? That is the Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan, while he was addressing the Islamabad Security Dialogue. there he has emphasized that, or he has pitched for trade between Pakistan and India and Pakistan and its neighboring countries. So here the main importance for the Islamabad security dialogue wherein the Pakistan Prime Minister pitched is for the trade between Pakistan and India. And in turn he said that if India can make a move in a forward direction and if the Kashmir issue is resolved, then it will be benefiting the entire Central Asian countries. This is the statement made by the Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan. And he also emphasized that the amending of Article 370 in India was a big jolt and a full breakdown of ties between India and Pakistan. And these were the statement made by the Prime Minister at Islamabad Security Dialogue. Thereby, he was emphasizing that India should make a move in a positive or should take an initiative for peace to be restored so that there would be a trade between Pakistan and India and there would be the entire Central Asian countries would be benefited by India taking a move for peace if the Kashmir issue is resolved. And the comments or the statement made by Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan is amid or midst of a signs of possible easing of the relations between India and Pakistan, and that could be including a visit of first sporting team from Pakistan, which was not there for long period of time or for many years, and there would be a talk on the Indus Water Treaty, that is in the third week of or the fourth week of the March 2021. And the another sign of possible easing between India and Pakistan relationship is that the border commanders of India and Pakistan have agreed to abide the ceasefire of 2003. So this is again a possible easing of friendly relations between Pakistan and India. And the foreign ministers of both the countries have been also invited for the regional conference on Afghanistan. Please do understand, both the foreign ministers have been invited not for discussing the relations or easing of relations, especially between India and Pakistan, but the other side of it, wherein it could be a back channel diplomacy taking up to ease the relations between India and Pakistan, is the foreign ministers of India and Pakistan being invited to the regional conference on Afghanistan, which is to be held in Dushanbe, that is the capital of Tajikistan, on March 30. So we can expect that there is a possible easing of relations between India and Pakistan. And the pitch by the Pakistan Prime Minister is that India should make a move for peace for the entire Central Asian countries and also for the trade between Pakistan and India. And I hope this session was very important, knowledgeable and also informative for both prelims as well as mains perspective of UPSC. So I would say a very big thank you to all. Good luck to you all, and then do maintain consistency, stick to your schedule and take care of your physical health and mental health. And do not forget to like the video, share the video and subscribe the AKS IAS Academy English Medium YouTube channel, and also have access to the website and Telegram link of AKS IAS Academy. And then see you again tomorrow with the daily news analysis at AKS IAS Academy. Till then, thank you, goodbye, and then take care.